Right, welcome back to Rain. It's actually happening. It's happening.
Right.
Right. See if you remember how this actually plays.
Nope.
Weirdly.
I remember there's only one roll and the map is gone. Fuck.
Is the map
Oh,
gone
the map's
again?
off.
Map's gone again.
Right, 1 second.
Look, Britain keeps vanishing on us. Look, it's gonna turn out that Britain was relay the entire time and then sink under the sea.
See, it turns out killing an elder god does some really weird things to the land around.
Yeah. Maybe you should stop doing it.
No,
Where's
I
the fun
mean-
in that?
They're on our lawn, Gray.
Right. Is that coming through to you now?
No, not to me.
No.
I have a little green arrow. That's all I can see of the map.
And a black
Yep,
arrow.
that's where the arrow is.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. I tried deleting the whole thing, see if that would fix the problem, but apparently no.
Maybe
Let's
it's
try
just
again.
Arrows are contained within the circle.
Alright.
All these squares make a circle.
It just depends how many squares you have. Come on. Save, you bastard.
Welcome back to Rain, everybody. I hope you missed this.
Welcome to Rain. All these squares make a circle.
It's all coming
Where
back to us.
people who are controlled by items of sovereignty are currently being forced to create the Kingdom of
The
England.
map's back.
Yay!
Right.
It exists again!
I think I was pointing an arrow at Malden for no particular reason.
We were going to try and see if Malden was willing to join Snakefort, and then join Snakefort anyway if they weren't to.
And if they weren't willing, then make them bend the sword.
But wait,
Excalibur says everyone is willing to join his kingdom.
so we have the Crusade, we have the territory of the territories of Dalak,
Dalka.
Dalka, the Kingdom of Cornwall, Undead Realms. Wait, why are there dwarves?
They've been there for a while.
They've been there.
Here
Yeah.
for the last.
I was here for the last session. I'm just looking at the
Didn't
game.
scroll up.
I forgot there were dwarves. I was wondering when dwarves happened.
I
The
wasn't
whole thing-
asking if you were here for the last session. I was
Or-
asking if you're here for the last campaign.
I mean,
And
probably
WrestleMania is giants.
Yes.
not. I think it was. I think I had to dip out of the last campain. Because
I love how it's spelled main.
Or is that are dwarves really just pygmies? The original Celts.
No, they're dwarves.
Better than Depson.
Right, I fixed that on my master copy. I'm not going to resave it yet.
Sounds good.
I remember in the first session I pointed that out and said you were just dodging copyright.
I mean, it works.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
We just call it WrestleMania now.
What is it? It's wrestling.
Right.
Hello. Could have been
So-
worse. I could have been Deuce Luso Libre
So-
under them.
Something I should note: the territories of Dalka just showed the fuck up in
Yes.
the past 2 years or something.
Yep. So, the Crusade used to be
Probably
the
that jerk.
Norman lands. And, you know, the Crusade...
Basically,
general weapon-
everything else is as it was.
They've basically spent 2 years, like, getting all the Norman knights who've been digging in for all that time to actually, like, join the Crusade. Because, of course, they aren't willing to just, like, have this new random guy turn up and take over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really slowed the Crusade down.
I
There's not
mean,
really
they-
much
they're
change
more
in everyone else. The territory of Dalka is new. Apparently,
Don't know much about it.
yeah, you've heard like rumours of people fleeing south. Apparently, it's
And I guess we're gonna have to go north and.
Look,
Let the GM talk.
yes.
No.
All right, you don't get anything else. That's it. No more plot exploration. Go in blind. Screw you.
Private, you
You
can
don't
just
let me
the rest of
talk.
us, we won't tell.
Right. Zeb, move down to a different channel. You don't get to hear this.
Wait,
Okay.
I know how to fix this. I roll fight. I set a 10. I grab the nearest peasant and say, "Hey, what's this?" I grab a nearest peasant and point him at the map. Hey, what's this territory of the Dalka thing?
I implore you to let the GM talk.
Fortunately, the peasant doesn't get to move quick enough.
It's been 2 years. They're used to this
Help!
by now.
Help! So, you leave expedition of plot alone. He had weird parents.
Is his first name Basil?
Yeah.
Basil exposition of plots. Anyway.
Okay, I know those are old movies and they're kind of bad movies, but come on.
What movies?
You know what? Fuck it. Gray, just tell us.
Yeah. So, it's a mercenary company that landed, apparently led by Dalka the Immortal.
Oh, that sounds like an ironic name to take.
I hate him already.
Her, but yeah. Yeah.
This is 1100s, Gray. We don't know the concept of her.
That's what probably makes it a bit more noticeable. That
No, this is the 1100s. He is gender neutral. Is still gender neutral.
Is it?
Yes, that didn't happen until what?
Wait,
18
seriously?
to 19?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that one, but yeah, sounds about right. I know the
I
language
think
is
he's
just.
just making shit up to explain how he fucked up.
Not actually this time. No.
Look, until we actually go over there and meet this person, we wouldn't really know if they were a man or a woman.
You've heard rumors.
Rumors that probably all point to dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So they've arrived. They've kind of like staked out their territory, and generally looking to expand. Apart from that, everything looks to be pretty much as it was. Cornwall doesn't want to expand past the Cornwall. The Crusades are probably going to start moving soon. The Starks are too busy killing the Starks to be doing anything about it.
To be
The
fair,
undead haven't moved in years.
Centuries.
WrestleMania is kind of stuck where it is because of all the mountains.
Gray, to be fair, no one wants to assault the Cornwall because Cornwall has one hell of a doomsday option, is that's where they set the Cornwall on fire, and then everything starts, the popping starts. The popping, my god. It falls from the sky, white and fluffy. It covers the sun.
They just cut the cut that peninsula off right around Elmister. Build a corn boat around there, around what's left, and sail over to America.
They gotta get the corn knows its own. It has to go back to itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing move.
The maze wall. Okay. Oh god, the maze. Anyway, brain.
That's
Okay.
on the other side of the Cornwall.
Yes.
If you break past the Cornwall, you have to get through the maze.
Of course.
This is what happens if you give Drew. This is what happens if you give Druids the ability to create the authority to create defensive positions.
They start getting punny.
They're
Well,
very cute.
Anyway, so what are we doing right now? We were like looking at the closer places around.
Yeah, you look at the closer places. You've just finished spending, God knows how long drilling as many peasants as you can. You basically, I think you conscripted the entire population of the town and started drilling them up.
Assault your citizen rage, you would say.
Well, everyone over the age of 13, anyway.
Yeah.
The 12-year-olds were manning the farms. We have a farm.
I thought Snake Fort
we
was a
have
fishing village.
a farm.
It's a fish farm.
Okay, that's easy enough.
It's a fishing village. That
They're
doesn't
self-watering.
necessarily mean there's no farm.
From around Big Snake. Anyway, so how would you say, Gray, we go about expanding territory or entreating other locations nearby? We're currently a little cherub, angel creature flapping above the map, looking how to go in so we can inhabit a statue and start stabbing things.
I'm up for that.
Oh, it's kind of up to you, isn't it? What tactic are you going to be using?
How are we at diplomacy?
Well, we have our sovereignty rating. So sovereignty is generally your diplomacy and reign, if I remember correctly enough. Where are we at?
I'm just wondering on a more personal level how our diplomacy is. Mine's terrible.
I can sort of lie and I can beg.
You can lie, beg, and plead.
My diplomacy is my fists, for that is all I know.
Right, we don't let him do the diplomatizing then.
I can lie a bit. That's diplomacy, right?
I mean,
I could inspire them to join us and find out why they're not with
totally
empathy.
diplomacy.
I can command
Lying
out.
is like most of diplomacy. No, we're not going to. We're sending diplomats to the EU at this moment. I'm not proroguing Parliament
So,
to get
are
around
you
here,
saying that
British
nobody
Parliament.
here has graces?
I have graces, actually.
Because that would be diplomacy.
That would be the nice work.
Wow, some of actual social graces.
I know what you're going to have to level up next.
I mean, I have command. If I could start walking in and just barking orders at them.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
might.
that probably wouldn't work.
That'll either work perfectly or fail horribly. I recommend we try graces first, because that'll either work great or fail and not get us all killed. Well, not instantly lead to fighting anyway.
These smaller towns aren't really major powers, so hopefully getting them on side or whatever is not going to be overly too difficult.
That is a valid point.
So, I'm still looking for my rain book.
You don't keep it in the folder next to your rain character sheet?
Probably have.
I have look. I'm using quick access like a pleb to find my rain stuff.
Oh.
Why do we play with you again?
I don't know. I'm looking for the kick button right now.
I'm not going to judge someone just because they're completely computer illiterate. Not going to do it. Nope. Dang it! I already did. Called them illiterate.
Look, it's not my fault the fact we haven't been playing for the last few weeks. I've been here every single Saturday. Thank you very much.
True.
Yeah, so have I, except for that one.
I only missed the one,
My fault.
and it was worth it.
Oh wait, no,
all good.
actually I haven't. I have been here all of the week.
I mean, technically I could have made it, but I couldn't take a 3-hour break in the middle of moving things.
It was in my documents
Especially
folder.
not from halfway across. Wait, what the?
Huh?
Who puts anything in my documents?
Most video games put things in my documents. It's
Okay,
terrible.
who willingly puts
Yes,
anything in my documents?
But what person puts things in my documents?
Literally, I'm pretty sure most of
Management.
Most of my
It's-
documents is literally stuff from computer games. It makes it quite easy to find those save files.
I put myself in my
Yeah, until you
documents.
start playing an EA game and they dump it in fucking app data.
Half of them are in my documents. Half of them are in a subfolder of my documents for the publisher. Half of them are in my games. The other half are in a subfolder of my games for the publisher.
And then at app
of
data, I
course
think
there's,
Steam.
again, EA, where half of them have their own little publisher.
Oh, I don't own any EA games.
Good man.
Good man.
Oh,
I
no,
may
I
have
was-
acquired some, but I don't own any.
It was in my documents folder labeled tabletop games. In the Reigns folder, I put in the subfolder of that.
So what you're saying is you need to rename your tabletop games into gray books or something similar to that so that it's even more obvious. And then put a shortcut on your desktop where it belongs.
Or better yet, learn how to
I-
fucking file shit.
I mean, better
I put
yet,
mine in, too.
I could just click the search button and just type in Reigns and find it there.
There's no S in rain, you realize.
Build a auto hotkey script that whenever you launch what's its
Fantasy
name?
Grounds.
Fantasy
Everybody.
Grounds. It also launches whatever folder you throw all your RPG books into.
Is this
Are we
what you
going
do,
to
Garrett?
actually play a game?
Yeah,
Probably not
no.
at this rate.
So call it off. We'll try again next week. So
Anyway, I found the
Yeah.
stuff. Looking for sovereignty.
it's kind of up to you. you've got lots of plot options. You've got a small army.
I mean, I could go in
just
and
take the army and tell them that they're now following us.
I could go in and get a feel for the lay of the land. I have the good empathy and the haggle skills. I could find out what the people want, and then we could show up and provide it for them.
That would also maybe make us some money too. That's a good.
What's your haggle total?
Not great. I just started buying it, but hey, I successfully done 2 rolls in a row.
I have haggle 5.
I have haggle 4.
Or right, I mean haggle 3, but 2 in command.
Oh, I have 3 in command.
I
and
did
only
the
1 in
best
haggle,
out of that.
All right, so I'll do the spy stuff with empathy, figure out what's going on in the town, and all that stuff.
I mean, we could also just send Mr. McExcalibur along and wave it around to see if they those people.
Spy first, inspire after.
Spy and trade first.
We might act. It depends if you're sending. I mean, we need to make sure that the item of sovereignty is close enough on hand so that we can spellbound people to our side. Because there might be other items of sovereignty around, causing their own little.
Here's the thing,
that's a good
though.
point.
Items of sovereignty have something of a hierarchy, and I don't think anything trumps Excalibur.
Well, that's the thing is that you're dealing with like
No. The Grail isn't.
No, the Grail isn't sovereignty. You're right.
Well, that's divine sovereignty is the thing with the Grail.
Well, no, that's the thing. It doesn't bestow sovereignty.
You're right. They haven't made the crown jewels yet.
So yeah, nothing in England would trump Excalibur in terms of sovereignty.
Unless Gray knows some ancient, deep English lore about, the sovereign crown before that. Like, there's probably a lay of lore of lilies or something like that across someone's scalp at the moment.
Actually, wait, shit. Which Excalibur is this? I don't think we've ever actually.
It's the Excalibur.
Look, we would only find a second Excalibur when it's plot relevant, all right, and be held by the person we're going to have to bonk over the head.
Excalibur 2 you can only pick up if you speed run. We're clearly not doing that.
Oh man, that one.
Well, yeah, no shit. We only spent 2 years trying to get this place in.
And we're spending 2 years while doing this. Okay, let's send this person in and have great talk. Let's go and talk to the town. Go ahead.
Let's figure out what's going on, and then we can show up. How far is it, anyways, from Snake Fort to Malden?
If we go by river.
If we go by river, it's rather long because there's not a river.
About 3 miles.
Do we have
that's not even a day's walk.
No, that's
okay.
There in an hour.
Rogelio, Addis is coming with you as your bodyguard. I'm wearing a hood and the whole thing.
Everyone is coming with me because I'm telling you, you're coming with me. No,
I thought Rogelio. Well, no, it's Adrian. It's Adrian who's coming along. So
yeah, I'm going along too because apparently I'm actually the one who can do shit.
I'm the only one in the party with a hat.
Oh dear. That's how bad it is.
Well, that's only because Smith hasn't finished that.
You haven't found a material good enough to be a crown for you yet.
Crowns are not hats.
Crowns are totally hats.
Ask the Turks or the Ottomans because they have big fancy crown hats.
And here comes the next tangent.
No. We're going to Malden.
We're going to Malden. It's a silly place.
I'm going to throw empathy to find out what the feeling is around the town. That's a good empathy.
Oh, okay. Crowns are in fact not hats. I'm sorry.
Also roll an eerie to see if there's any weird with the town.
I don't have that.
We're all there.
I don't think
it's 3 miles away. We can all go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like to think the idea of you just rocking up with cloaks and hoods on and pretending you're not the King of England.
Well, I mean, I still probably wouldn't look it if I was in my finest regalia.
I only own one outfit.
At the moment.
You have really good shoes, though.
Oh, heck yeah!
Quick question, Rogue. What is your place origin?
I'm Spanish.
the Spanish King of England.
I mean,
great.
there have been French kings of England. I mean, we sort of nipped that one in the bud.
The current ruling House of England
Dutch,
is
German. That's just the ones I can think off the top of my head. Anglo-Saxon.
Basically, the point is, very few Englishmen have actually been king of England.
It was Arthur and Uther, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
Henry? Or was Henry a Saxon?
Which Henry? We've had a few.
We're tangenting again. Focus. Malvern. It's right there.
It's too late. We've created a historic feedback loop. There's no escape.
No, we know what's going on. There's a witch that's living in Malvern that's causing a tangent field. No one can focus.
Throw your Erie and figure it out.
I don't have Erie.
I don't have Erie.
I wouldn't have Erie because if I rolled Erie, I would know that I would be basically.
I have Erie, but I didn't get any matches.
Our Erie is poor. So, Gray, what's the feeling about the town? How do they feel about the new King of England?
They're pretty worried.
We probably haven't told them yet.
In 2 years, I'm pretty sure it would have come out in 2 years.
They're 3 hours away.
Yeah.
They're next door.
The next door.
They're basically
and you've been training troops.
I thought you meant having the King of England right there in their town.
No. Just generally about the King of England.
What's their biggest problem? How do they feel about the King of England?
This crazy man who calls himself King of England.
The biggest problem is somewhere split between the rampaging barbarians to the north and the crazy guy who's just turned up and started training the entire population of the village into an army. And is apparently calling himself the King of England because he found a sword.
So the crazy guys from the south and the barbarians from the north, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Clearly.
Now, how do we convince them that the crazy guys to the south are the Crusaders and not us?
Especially when you're the guy who's the crazy person training up peasants to have a sword. You know clearly if there's another man training up peasants for the sword, you need to go with another sane man who has peasants and a sword.
They say there is another problem they're having though.
What's that?
Random people are going missing, and there's talk of monsters at the edge of the woods.
Now that's an interesting thing. Monsters in the woods, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, is there a quest? Can we inquire? Where do we inquire about this? The
guy with the giant exclamation mark above his head.
Oh, we don't go and inquire. We just go and solve the problem, and then we show up.
Is there a bounty board in town?
Yeah, but the Witcher cleared it out 20 minutes ago.
A Witcher cleared it out. I was gonna make a Witcher joke already, Gray, you fucker.
I've just made a World of Warcraft one followed by a Witcher one. I mean, what do you want?
I think yellow exclamation marks are generic enough that it's every RPG.
Every RPG, yeah.
Ever since Warcraft set that up. All right,
bad idea.
It turns out having clear and concise visual information about what different NPCs are doing is really helpful.
Which one of these 10 people is worth talking to?
The answer is all of them, because you should talk to every NPC.
Always.
There's in Meldon. There's obviously the mayor, the tavern owner. You can never go wrong with the pub.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Nope.
They tend to know half of what's going on because the drunk people keep talking to them.
Yep.
They tend to know stuff they don't want to know.
How would we get? So would we either have to have this mayor's swear fealty to us for the rest of the town, and
pretty much just beat them into a fealty,
or we could do this thing for them and see where they stand after.
Let's go and kill let's go kill the monsters in the woods, then go put the whammy on the mayor after we talk to the mayor, and make a conditional thing. Okay, let's go and sell our services and say that we have a good protection racket going here.
Protection for taxes.
Gray, what would be the role to start rumors about something like a true king of England would clearly deal with these horrible monster attacks?
Go to the pub and use some treasury, I guess.
Would that fall under command or charm?
Charm, I think.
Well, I only have 2 dice in
Command
charm.
is making people do things, and charm is more making them believe
Lie
things.
would also work.
So would this be lie or plead?
Definitely
Maybe
lie.
fascinate?
So charm or lie. Fascinate would be good to get an audience. So if one of you wants to start off like a little fascinate,
Well, charm is the stat that all these are under.
Yep.
1 second. You know what? No, how about can I do inspire, Gray? Can I inspire people that a true king of England, a true man of the people, would go out and slay these foul beasts?
Yeah, that could be your action.
To ensure
you can say you can each have an action of like drinking. You're going to spend a night in the pub drinking. You can each get an action of like what you're trying to convey.
All right, let me go and find my. I'm looking for my character sheet, which I think. Oh, here it is.
Oh, good.
Right,
That wasn't that same 20 minutes to find your actual rule book.
It didn't take me 20 minutes to find my rule book, you ass.
It's only about 15.
All right.
Maybe 10.
So I'm gonna do. Is there anything I can do, Ray? That. I was going for an extra die, but you know what? Shoot it. 5 dice. Let's go. Hit it. Pair of 8s.
I like it.
You didn't order that.
They're close
And a pair of
anyway.
6s.
Yeah, pair of 8, pair of 6. It's not bad.
Truly a true sovereign would ensure the protections of his people. Yes. If only a man with a sword and fire in his eye can come forth and slay these foul beasts and show that what a true man is.
Man.
It's basically just this all night.
As I
To
wink
anyone who
and
listens.
as I wink and try to give Rago his cue.
I should be telling stories about the lore of King Tony of the Starks when he was king of England and totally
The
cleaned the
thing
place
is,
up.
no one likes the Starks.
Yeah.
They don't. We basically, if you be telling them King Tony, we basically be downplaying the last few kings they had and looking for a new king. Anyway, I'm trying to get the Spaniard man with Excalibur to come in and declare that he will do it.
Yeah, about that.
Oh well, I'm hamming it up.
Alright, do you spend the night hamming up the king?
Yes.
I guess I could just tell generic stories of the heroism of generic kings of England. Which gives us Uther and nobody else.
I mean, you could just.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I forgot for a second that I was French. In France, my homeland, this sort of thing would never happen. King would send his guys, monster would be dead within a fortnight.
And then people start throwing pickles at you because you're French in England.
Half of England is France right now. These guys are French.
Is
No,
the
it's
Pope
not.
These guys are French.
It's not half of England. Look, it's this little bit in the corner. That bit's French.
Well, these guys over here are all barbarians. They don't count.
Look, it's like Canadian Quebec. No one wants to talk about Canadian
Yes.
Quebec.
More the king is dwarven and more the king is undead than it is French.
And people would prefer both dwarven and undead to a French king.
Probably, which is kind of sad.
He would be both taller and also smell more funny. No, shorter and smell more funny.
So, who's up next?
Well, I could do a couple of lying, but I've only got 4 dice on this, so.
Yeah, but it's not like you can really foul up.
You should totally lie about the places up north.
It's not like this is an opposed test. This is basically just seeing if you can get anyone to believe you.
How
Double
they're
sevens.
horrible and
I actually did.
Yeah. Now there's apparently a couple of gullible people who listen to your lies about how good the king is.
I'm not lying about how good the king is, I'm just lying
Hey, look.
about.
Guaranteed employment and low taxes. You just gotta, join an army and do some day of the day calisthenics and everything.
I'm gonna start taking bets on how long it takes me to kill this
Kill who? Oh, kill who? Oh, kill the
to
monster.
resolve the issue. How about that?
that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Now the question is that haggle, lie, plead? What am I looking?
For betting? Huh.
But here's the question: who would bet against you? You would need to make it look like that you were not a sure win. So
I'd say haggle for that.
Because clearly you are a man with the greatest of swords. The Lord of all the land. The sword is telling you so.
It keeps whispering to you.
Yeah, it's been doing that for a couple of years now. It's starting to really unnerve me. Yeah, I get some takers.
Yeah, but it's basically the town drunk who's basically pumping you for extra drink. Yeah. Yeah, keep talking. Just as long as this is full, you can keep talking.
Alright, just sign here?
Sign?
Yep, he does sign.
It's illiterate England. Put your mark on this.
What's this coin at the bottom of my mug? Hey, one person got it.
King Sovereign?
Yeah. This is why pints are served in glasses. Because the trick was to put the king's shilling at the bottom of a drink of ale and give you the drink. Once you drunk the drink, oh look, you've accepted the king's sovereign. So that's why they started serving drinks in glasses, so you could check the bottom to make sure no one's trying to conscript you into the army.
I have never heard that one before. That's great.
Holy shit.
Go England.
Well, I know
now
hitting this town.
So now Snake Force starts up a brewery. Because again, a sovereign is a mark of sovereignty.
That might be one of those urban legends, but it is such a good story. I like to believe it's true.
It sure is all true now.
Yeah.
Definitely about to be completely true in all ways.
Alright, let's go out and kill this thing.
Maybe it's a boar with a comb. It somehow has a comb. A giant demon boar.
Gray, I'll spend the night trying to find rumors about this monster.
No,
Would that be
no demon
lore
boars.
or raw knowledge? Maybe sense.
I mean, all the demon boars would be in Scotland. Or Ireland.
I refuse to fight demon boars.
Just bring a bigger spear. We've got Gwydion. Gwydion has the biggest spear. So what would it be to find rumors about this horrible monster?
Rumors?
Rumors would be a sense.
I have sense.
And either hearing or scrutinize.
Can I just
Don't have
roll?
those.
Can I just roll fight to grab a peasant and ask him?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess knowledge lore would work.
I can throw lore, Gray.
Yeah, Lord works for me.
I will throw lore. That was much worse than I expected. That was much better than I expected it to be.
Holy shit.
Good news, guys.
You know everything.
It turns out this entire time it was just the mayor selling his own people off to to other nations, and they were just covering it with a thing. And we're gonna go in there, fight the monster, and just pull off his mask and say it was him the entire time.
Ruh-roh.
Or, just stab him because that's what we do.
I was trying to make a Scooby-Doo joke. I'm sorry.
I got
know
it.
what you're trying to make.
Oh, we pull the mask off, then we stab him.
We pull the mask off, drag him back to town, and then stab him.
If we're dragging you back to town, we should have him properly executed. Do we have an
Anyway.
axe?
Let's continue on. Focus. We're focusing. It's
So-
my own fault.
So, just open that one up. Yeah, so it seems that people have been vanishing from like the edge of towns, like shepherds and stuff like that, for a while, but it just seems to have been picking up in the last year.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
shepherds, but not the sheep?
Sheep occasionally, but mainly kind of people.
Okay, so it's focusing on people more than it is livestock.
Yes.
It's probably ruling out an animal of some sort.
It does always tend to be people to the west of the town. So into the
Because
woods.
all of the east is like
Marshes.
Ocean.
I mean, the woods are good and familiar and, the proper thing. If it was going west and it was just the marsh, I would be more concerned. You don't want to deal with swamp things. Swamp things have water, and water kills everything.
Well, don't worry. There'll be plenty of time to be more concerned later.
There's more time for concerning things to be happen.
But yeah, they're not really sure what's happening. It's kind of like random people. So yeah, but it's definitely picking up. More and more people are going, and there have been a few attacks on the livestock.
Do they have any of the livestock that have been attacked? Or what kind of? Do they have any?
No,
kind of,
they burned them.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
tell them not to burn the next one so we can get a look at it.
Hopefully there won't be a next one.
Let's just go in and see what happens. Clearly, we just need to walk in. I remember correctly, there was a time in the last in the Dungeon World campaign, where we had to fight a giant Trefet monster. So who knows? Maybe we're gonna be fighting a giant man-eating plant.
So you're just going to start off into the woods?
Yeah. Bold as brass.
I'm gonna roll me some eerie.
I don't have a fear skill.
It's pretty damn eerie out here.
Pretty damn eerie.
Yeah.
Swords out.
Yeah, no, you pretty much you feel something is wrong pretty much as soon as you step out. Yeah, something very strange is happening out here. Alright, just to continue the conversation, that's one of the kind of the glass bottom
Glass bottom mugs.
Yeah.
I always wondered why that was there.
Mm.
I mean, it is a good story and pretty much a good reason why to sell glass bottom mugs.
The fact they made them shows that there's some truth to it, even if it was just a rumor that would happen. Yeah, people probably bought into it.
Off into the woods.
Off into the woods, yeah.
What's this cabin doing here?
Yeah, it's a strange cabin.
In the middle of the woods.
Yeah, if you just want to pick any of the items that are on the display, well, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. No. The woods are pretty much the woods. You just feel odd. So, can we have a sense sight check?
I can throw that.
Weirdly
dice.
enough, I don't have eyes.
God, we are all fucking blind today.
Yep.
It's hard to roll doubles on a 10 with only 5
Come
dice.
on, Gideon, save us.
What, lore? What?
Sight.
Sight. A 1 and a 10, I couldn't be even worse.
Well...
Right. You
I
walk
need a
past the
mastery
clue
dice on that.
and carry on walking.
You passed the what?
You walk past the clue and carry on walking.
Sounds good to me.
Could even worse. Could have
Is
been better.
the clue more of a don't go this way, you idiot clue?
No.
We'll find out.
So, after a while, you'll come across, a clearing, and you'll notice that there's a tower off in the distance.
Does the shadow of the tower fall just to the edge of the clearing, Gray?
No.
Okay.
That is a good thing to spot.
I mean, it could always just be the, the Cobblers in the tower problem.
Well, that's as good a place as any to start looking.
Could be Merlin.
As a
Merlin's dead.
Merlin's in the sword, probably.
You expect him to stay that way?
If he knows what's good for him, he will.
He is a demon.
Gwydion's back. Merlin could be back too. I mean,
Gideon killed Merlin.
yes,
I
that's
kind
what
of
I'm
took
saying.
his head off, yeah.
Then we have Merlin's dad comes out. Anyway, so you know what? Bold as
Don't talk to
brass,
myself.
Spaniard is going to puff out his chest and walk towards the tower and knock on its door.
As you kind of approach it, you'll kind of like have to make a sense hearing check.
Hey, Greg,
raw
guess what my
sense.
sense hearing is?
Here.
2 dice.
2 dice.
I haven't bought hearing yet. I'm buying another point in sense first.
Clearly, I am a man who has been close to too many cannons in too many fights. I can't feel, I can't hear, I can't see.
You just walk
I am
around with
just
your
a-
helmet on all the time.
Just a knot of a. I'm just a
His
man with
helmet.
a knot and fist.
Sword is
I'm gonna
whispering
say
too
he's
loudly.
actually muttering like that, and that's why I only got 3.
Yeah. Alright, you kind of hear that some sort of like crackling off in the woods around you as you get close to the tower.
Crackling? You say?
Yeah, kind of like twigs breaking and stuff like that.
Something rampaging through the underbrush, you would say.
Clearly has nothing to do with me. Still walking towards the tower.
Yeah, you
I mean, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take it a bit slower now. Because I'm hearing something, and it's not the sword for once.
Is it towards or away from the tower, my lord?
That's a good question. Great, can I figure that out on 3s?
Probably not, no. It probably sounds like it's all around you.
I don't have a clue. All I know is we need to be careful.
But clearly, if we were to figure out what it is, we just walk towards it, and we'll find out when we get there. So I'm going to go and do an executive decision and walk towards us, then walk towards the tower and knock.
Alright.
At least we're being polite.
You know what? I'll allow that just because I fucking hate you and hope this guy.
In character or out of character?
Both?
Both. Both's good. So, there's kind of nothing for a while, and then, like, the creaky hinges, and kind of like a middle-aged man kind of looks out. Yes, can I help you?
Hello, I have these fine leather jackets.
Shoes.
I'm gonna slap him over the head.
We are wandering cobblers that are selling shoes.
I'm gonna slap him again.
Royal Cobblers. Thank you. That's a good shoe.
You just whip it out.
It's middling tier, but you got it pretty good.
He did
Like,
make it in front of the guy in a few seconds.
Royal Cobblers. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't do anything door to door.
What about these ones? And I hold up some really good shoes.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh wait, that's 4 fours. Sorry.
And that's 3 9s.
Yeah. That's some interesting stitching. Wow. You're a man of talent. Do you do anything but shoes?
We can do shoe pattern cloaks.
Hats, if you don't mind looking like an idiot.
Well,
Gloves, if you don't mind not having gloves.
it is known as a French fashion to wear shoes on your head.
Oh, you're
Slander and
French.
lies.
Okay.
He's French. Good sir, he's French.
You can tell from the hat.
By the
Yes.
way, I'm just going to call this wandering cobblers.
It's a good name.
We also wonder.
Wonder and wandering. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Wondrous
Listen.
wandering cobbler.
I mean, So your stitch work is pretty exceptional. I'm in good need of some stitch work like that, actually.
Oh,
Red
Yes.
flag.
what for do you need stitch work of?
Oh, it's probably easy to show you.
Let us go and see.
Just
What
come in,
do you
come in.
need?
And he's just, Osmus, down!
Oh shit.
You just hear something in the shadows.
So my ridiculous bad joke was actually effective for something.
Well, there's not much
Yay.
you can do about 3 9s, is there? this
I
guy's
told
really
you
impressive.
King's Cobbler was the way to go. Doubted my devotion to footwear.
Look, we walk everywhere. We need good feet. All right.
Important.
Yeah.
The rest of the uniform of our army sucks, but their shoes are fucking awesome.
Our
I made
immaculate
boots.
and
Be high.
look, we blind our enemy with the glare of our toe caps.
I'm trying to integrate an axe and a boot. It hasn't gone well so far, but I have hope.
Have you tried just going with a knife instead?
Not enough range.
Boot knife. Anyway, so
Toe knife.
what is this? What is the thing you're showing
Soldier.
us?
Oh,
Is it some horrible amalgamation thing of
just come in. As you walk in, it's kind of like the walls are covered in like shelves with tomes on them, and he kind of takes you up the stairs. The next floor's.
How many
Yeah.
of them are found in humans again?
You don't know from that,
Right.
just
Roll eerie and find out.
Yeah, roll
I
eerie.
already rolled eerie. I got 2-8.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, some of the books do look like they're not animal skinned. And he's kind of like, yes. And the next floor has kind of got your standard layout, jars full of weird powders and liquids. Right, just one more
An
floor.
alchemist.
Yes,
Tinctures
I
and
am an
opiates.
alchemist. Excellent. Yes, it's quite hard to find someone who recognises the craft anymore. I'm working on something extremely important.
Well, in
Just
France, there are many learned men.
Oh, I've never actually been able to leave the land, but my work is so important. Yes, come up here. The next floor, and the smell will hit you.
I won't argue that France has people of learning, but I wouldn't fair call them men.
Okay, the smell has hit us.
Yep, the smell hits you.
Wait, let me check. Let me roll sense smell.
I don't have that one.
Holy shit!
Well smelled, sir.
My God, it's pierced my nostrils, and I feel as if I can taste it upon the air.
Oh dear.
Sadly, my companions are not as educated as some others.
I would say cultured because it's growing on you.
Right.
So Otis is over there vomiting his guts up.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm making excuses for him.
Yeah, it is that kind of sickly sweet, decomposed smell.
Ugh.
The one that kind of gets in the back of your throat and just does not shift.
This
The
is
one
why
that-
I have a scented handkerchief.
Yeah, on the back of that is kind of like the smell of formalin, which I'm probably the only person who actually smelled.
I think
It's-
I've smelled formaldehyde. Is that similar?
Similar, formalin has got much more of a kind of
Acidic.
yeah, it's a bit of a thicker smell. Formaldehyde is pretty similar though. It's quite a odd chemical smell, and they're kind of like cutting in together. The room itself looks clean, but there's nothing you can do about the smell.
I see
So
this.
I'm working on attempting to amalgamate some of the oddities I've been discovering, and I need to find something. But the problem is I'm having is a lot of the works just seem to come apart quite early on. So if you could just help me with some stitch work. And he was kind of like, yes, yeah. See, alchemy is moving on, and there is something different with the planet since, you know, the last 20 years. The wildlife is changing, the plants are changing, and no one else can see it. So, what I've been doing is taking some of these changed animals and trying to see how they react with normal organs and flesh.
So you're attempting surgery.
Wait, where do you get the normal organs and flesh? Blech.
I see. And you would have had this all written down in some kind of a journal somewhere, of course.
Oh God, no. It's too important to keep in a journal.
The theories are coming too fast. He doesn't have anyone to do the writing for him.
Paper's expensive.
Parchment?
Parchment's expensive as well.
When you're
And he can't
butchering
make any of his
things.
own because he needs all of that skin.
Look, he's tried writing on. He's wrote it on the walls. Look, it's all over the place.
That's not writing.
So, Gray, these are obviously people parts.
Some of them are definitely people parts, yes.
I shouldn't even need to roll heal for that.
No.
Considering he did more or less just straight up tell us that yes, he's using people.
He's not saying people, but he's not denying people.
Mm.
He's the only thing you can see on are animals, like deer and stuff like that. You could easily find.
No, you're saying that their creatures are changing, but you're trying to stick normal organs and changing dead creatures?
Yes, yeah. I'm taking the change and the normal and seeing what would happen if I switch bits out. Yeah, it was very, very important work.
What are the changes, you say?
Uh,
Like, what is changing? Like, what is your baseline crazy? I mean, your baseline normal, what are we talking about here?
Don't use the C word.
That was a misclick.
Fortunately, he doesn't speak Latin since he's never been out of England.
Yeah.
I don't think crazy is crazy a Latin? Have a Latin word?
There'd be an Anglo-Saxon version, I'm sure.
I'm certain there's a way to describe someone who is bereft of his
Oh,
sense.
it is. It's insane. Insanus.
Adding us to a word doesn't make it Latin.
But
No,
taking
it's
it away can translate it from Latin.
Or insane. No, it's actually INSAN.
Ixne anhe ide azicre.
He definitely wouldn't get that. Don't know
On the
Latin.
minus
Why we
side,
made
none of
Latin
us
the
would
language of
either.
the party. Because people in Britain probably don't speak it on account of not having encountered it for who
Actually,
knows how
no.
long.
Apparently, Discard's right. One of the possibilities for insane in Latin is in fact insanus.
Yeah.
Anyway, my good learned gentlemen, sir, what creatures are you saying or here before that are changing, and how are they changing, you saying?
I'm not entirely sure I can explain it in layman's terms, but there seems to be something.
I can translate.
Oh, you were a scholar?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. And he
Levi
just goes off
insinuated that before.
in a he goes off in a spiel. Make me is it a law check?
I try to keep up.
He loses you in the name.
Gwydion knows exactly what he's talking about.
How's Gideon keeping up?
He knows.
Hundreds of years.
Native tongue.
Look, he knows what they look like. What they've looked like beforehand.
Did Gideon get like bored sometime in the last 500 years and just take up alchemy?
Probably.
Is that why Gideon's still around?
Could you say that again in French?
Give me a sec. I have knowledge cartography and
I
knowledge.
think I got the gist of it, but there's quite a bit that I'm missing.
All right, I'm going to roll knowledge geography
Why?
so I can keep up with some layman's terms. I have 2 dates.
How the
Hey, how have you got that many dice for geography?
That's a lot of geography.
Because I had one of my things was training in a thing, and basically since I had tactics and
I'm
everything,
wondering how getting geography is a method to keep up with alchemy.
Yes.
Because basically I'm interpreting it all on my own internal thing of geography. So I'm thinking when he's talking about alchemy things, I'm just thinking land. I'm not.
It's utterly useless.
Yes, that's the joke.
So you have no idea what's going on. We understand.
Yes.
Quite.
I understand somehow.
Alright, so what he's talking about is how life is like becoming more verdant, is probably the best way of saying it. Like, you know, the reproduction, animals are reproducing a lot quicker, plants are growing quicker, like the whole like ecosystem just seems to have sped up.
So essentially everything, the life cycle of everything is going faster.
Yeah. And you're seeing kind of like changes. We call them like mutations and stuff like that. He doesn't have this terminology, but he's seeing kind of like rapid mutation.
Okay, great. We're dealing with the idea of a Cthulhu England. I'm sure the idea of transformation and mutation has settled into the populace. Like, how else is Jimmy Come Day is going to come by with a third arm?
Well, he has to explain the term that he created for it, but yeah, mutations.
Yeah. Everything seems to be mutating. It's slow, but it seems to be picking up over the years.
It's like it's like the process of evolution, but going faster, right?
We don't know about evolution.
I know we don't know about evolution, but we're saying it's like basically things are iterating upon themselves through the reproductive cycle.
I think he's talking out of character right now.
Yeah.
So that's the explanation of what's going on. Okay.
Yes. But
I'm assuming Gideon will narrow it down even more for us.
Yeah.
I could explain everything, but none of you speak French.
Well, that's a mercy.
Make a knowledge law check, Zeb.
He did twice already.
Oh, twice. Is that the second one to narrow it down? Yeah.
That was actually me misclicking, but
Okay.
I can do it again.
Yeah, just to explain it.
I'd take the pair of ones.
Pair of sevens.
Never mind.
Pair of
I'm going to
sevens.
shut up.
No, he definitely he does a good job of explaining it. He may have to do some drawings, but
Okay, can I ask a question though to our host?
yeah.
Why organs though?
Well, how else am I going to work?
But what's the baseline, like, central premise of your theory?
Scientific method has not been invented yet.
Like, what is
He's an alchemist, not a scientist. It's a massive difference.
What's the end result you're looking for in all these things, Bob? Is he trying to figure out what happens?
Yeah, basically. Something's changing.
And is what happens basically that they've been dying a bunch?
Well, most of them, yes. The ones that survived are rather angry.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah. But useful in their own ways.
So I have okay, I'm gonna clap my hands. Party huddle for a second, good sir. I need to consult with my fellow cobblers.
He goes over and starts drawing out like
we all go. We basically go into the sportsman's huddle and
start speaking the language he can't.
Latin.
I will use empathy to see if he can understand it.
I'm gonna speak in a civilized tongue. Thank you. I'm gonna speak in Spanish.
Ooh,
well, unless he has lying abilities, I know if he knows if he's listening.
Okay. So, 2 questions.
No, yeah, he has no idea what we're saying, guys. It's cool.
So, two questions. One, we could either employ him for to have a court crazy, or two, we could
School of alchemy is useful.
Figure out. We could. There's two ways of resolving this: violently, or employing the man and transferring the problem over to Snakeford.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay, that's the executive decision from the king. He has right of choice.
So, make with the violence is what you're saying?
Yeah,
The issue is we don't know if he's actually responsible for the death.
That, or it could just be the things he's. Wait,
could
it pops
ask
up.
him.
Good sir, you said that the creatures that survived these alterations are indeed violent, right?
Yes, that's the fortunate side effect.
How many of your craftsmanships have been released upon the wild?
Oh, none of them at all.
Okay, they're all on hand then.
Yes, I use them occasionally for
Ah,
fetch quests and stuff like that. They're quite good at bringing raw materials.
Okay.
I've got them all.
By the
on
way,
hand.
good sir, would your name happen to be Frankenstein?
Does he look like a Frank?
Oh, okay.
No,
English
but
guy.
I am a Frank by descent.
Would your name have to be Victor Bond?
The one that hasn't appeared yet.
So, Victor Franken.
Yeah, Victor the Frank.
Victor the Frank.
Yeah, Victor
Yes,
the Frank.
Victor the Frank. Thank you very much.
But there goes his original name. That's much better. Of course, it's spelled V-I-T.
Wait, what was your joke, Ray? What was his name going to be?
I can't. Where is it?
Not as good as Frankenstein.
Joel Lindhurst. But yeah, not as good as Victor the Frank.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, huddle again. So clearly, he has all these things that are under his control. It would be a boon to have angry monsters on the field. Just and maybe he has something going on here.
The issue is he's still using humans.
Well, if we employ
Hey,
him,
it's
and
just
that's
human
him-
resources.
Okay, no, understand this. If we
The
employ
issue
him,
is he's still using living humans.
but then we just need to provide him with dead ones. And then, wait, I'm sorry. Let's kill the crazy man. I gotta stop. Let's kill.
Honestly, I was going to go with as long as he's not using living ones, I'm perfectly I'm not fine with it exactly, but I can live with it.
As long as our enemies can't.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my head up. Good sir, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you happen to believe benefit from a relocation and possibility of employment?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm
Oil
quite attached to my residency here.
I understand. Quick question.
You could do a charm check.
I don't
Yeah.
have charm, so I mean, I will nudge our.
We should warn him about the horrible monster that has been murdering people in Malden. He could be in terrible danger if he stays here.
Oh my god.
Well,
Either from the monster or from us, depending.
he probably already knows Frank. Oh no, not Frank. Yeah, Frank. Or Fran.
Okay, I've completely lost what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, no, I've lost what you're trying to do.
It's either employ the man and ask him to stop using human bits, or kill the man and make him stop using human bits.
I get that part. The part I don't quite get is what we're trying to do at this exact moment.
Oh, we're trying to.
Threaten him into agreeing with us, but obliquely, so that rather than overtly. It's a French thing. I'm clearly being too subtle.
This is why the French only have one-sided white flags. One side is white, the other side is beige.
This is the period of time when the French were one of the most dangerous countries in the world.
Yeah.
Remember, before Napoleon, every Frenchman could conquer 3 countries before breakfast. After Napoleon, they couldn't.
Yeah. Even then, they put up a good fight. First World War, French casualties were atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, the middle of the Meuse, and that was.
Yeah.
It's leadership, I've heard, that's the real trouble.
So they say they died really good.
It was also the First World War wherein everyone had
died.
pretty horrific casualties.
The blue tops and red trousers didn't help either.
Yeah, that was an issue that got solved by basically every nation around that time.
They ran out of blue and red dye.
Oh, we had plenty of red dye.
I was
Just turned
about
brown
to
after an hour.
Yeah, go on. That's the part.
All right. So, are we actually going to try and convince this guy to move and take up a residency near Snake Fort to?
We're going to try and convince him to stop using people.
Right.
Because who knows? Maybe his research will actually, render fruit of some sort.
It would be nice having an army we don't have to pay, feed, or provide for in any.
I mean,
It would be nice to have a guy who knows how to stick your arm back on.
That too.
That too, yeah.
They said his stitch work's supposedly atrocious.
Well, we have cobblers.
We have plenty of cobblers.
You can always use more cobblers.
It's the only chance available skill you guys have.
I can
Got
teach
us
you
through the
more.
door.
We will build this entire freaking nation upon the feet of our men.
They will know defeat.
Our forces shall truly be foot soldiers.
Das Boot.
Alright, now you just.
You okay, Gray?
Yeah, fine.
Anyway, how far shall we do the convincing?
Well, we
It
can
sounds,
either
it sounds like
haggle.
it's like a straight up charm, or you
So-
could intimidate,
Plead,
plead.
intimidate, inspire, perhaps, maybe haggle.
And then I have Weapon Excalibur, things go south.
I mean, if you just want to declare yourself that in truth you are the king of England and wish that he would A, work for you, and B, stop using people bits because they're too valuable.
Yeah, I think dropping the royal sponsorship idea would be a great move for us.
Is that okay?
Well, I was more saying Weapon Excalibur for if he decides to get violent.
But it is also your mark of sovereignty, which you could probably finagle
Here's
for
the
an extra
thing,
die.
though, I don't have to make a skill roll to draw my sword.
But I'm just saying you could use the sword as a prop to improve whatever talkie bit you were going to do.
I don't really do the talkie bits in this group.
This is why you would need a bonus to die.
Which is weird, because I'm the king. Supposedly, I'm the
You should be
talkiest
buying-
of us all.
Supposedly you should be buying talkie dice then.
You make the speeches, we explain what you mean.
Okay, careful there, Biden.
That's why you hire,
He has us to. No, what happens is we're the speech writers.
yeah, there you go.
Okay. Anyway, pull out the sword. Let's go with the roll out sponsorship idea.
It would be rather inconvenient if you were to disagree with us.
Straight to intimidation then. Okay.
No, that was Grace's.
Graceful intimidation, but let's see what happens. I mean, if anything, we accomplish our task.
That was with sword, by the way.
Alright.
Happy threats.
Happy threats.
I mean, is there any other kind we're dealing with the king?
Royal.
He's going to have to take a knee, isn't he, at that? Oh, sorry.
I didn't catch that.
He's going to have to take a knee.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, he's going to realise he's in the presence of royalty, and he knows he's...
He knows his graces.
Yeah. And, Your Highness, I'm sorry, I did not realise it was... I have heard, of course, that the king has returned, but I did not know it was you, of course. Yes, anything you wish, as long as I can have some help in moving my laboratory, we'll get it to the right position forthwith.
Bring out everything you have.
Call up the royal foot.
Yeah, some of this may be a little bit, my pets aren't the greatest at following instructions and tend to get a little bit confused.
Adrian, are you truly the royal footman? Just make sure.
What? No, I'm the royal cobbler.
Okay. Which is another word for foot. Anyway, continuing on.
The royal footman, I think, is technically you.
Oh.
The royal footman is our army. We don't have that many horses.
No. See, the joke here is footman means servant.
Also, our shoes seem to be the major turning point of our nation.
The main export now.
The main heel, what one would say.
A boot on every
That's
foot.
not going to be good when we have to deal with the giants.
The soul of our country, one would say.
A boot on every foot and a soul in every pot.
Yeah, at least you
Consider
got
when we're dealing. Go ahead, Greg.
at least you got something to eat when everything goes wrong.
Exactly.
I mean, consider that even giants need footwear. Consider how many outfits they go through when they're wrestling matches.
They've got soles of their own feet that are thicker than most boots.
But here's the problem with that you can't stylize your feet. You can only stylize your feet with shoes.
He makes a point.
And one thing about
Incorrect,
wrestling.
as it turns out.
But then there's tattoos.
There's tattoos, there's general paint, there's fucking...
Yeah, but if you're getting
Whoa.
if you're wrestling and get big and sweaty, you're gonna make your paint run, your outfit paint run. And now that I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking of giants wrestling in the nude in body paint nude, and that's not really good for my brain.
I mean, it
Look
would
at where they
probably
are.
be historically accurate.
It's gonna be woad.
Woe be us.
Making the note.
Oh,
You're welcome. Do we get bonus XP for inspiring the GM? Just curious.
I think we do.
No,
Yeah,
it's only when the GM would use this on us we get bonus XP. I
Fair
checked
enough.
that in the book.
Anyway, I'm having him bring out his monstrosities.
Yeah. They are pretty hideous. I mean, you can always tell what the animal was that they started off with, but he definitely seems to be going like, let's add human bits to the animal. So yeah, they're all kind of like this was a deer. Now it's more some sort of like centaur.
So we're dealing with nothing. We're dealing with chimeras.
Chimeras, yeah. Everyone's
More
a bit
Doc
different.
Moreau than Frank.
Yeah.
Sp-
Then kind of like a huge bear-like creature kind of crawls out from like downstairs, and he's like, this is Artemis. Yeah, my pride and joy. He kind of slaps the thing, and it's kind of like smiles at you with human teeth.
Right, no more of that, then kill it.
What? What? I just told you my pride and joy. I spent hours on Artemis.
Should have spent days.
Well, once you only have a limited amount of time, when
There's
days.
only
yeah,
There's only a
Petrification.
yeah. All right. So why are you telling him to kill it, later?
Well, one, because it smiled at me.
Can't argue with you there.
And 2, because I'm going to make this very clear now, he will no longer be using human bits in his experiments.
But if you do that, I'll have to call everything in the room.
Consider it a first run and proof of concept? I mean, anything you make from here on would be more improved than those you have here now.
True, but having the originals around allows me to look at what I did. And also, they're incredibly loyal and useful.
If I continue talking, Gray is going to make. Because if I continue talking, Gray is going to make me roll dice. So I'm going to leave it over to Adrian.
Is that the only way? See, it's working. Making you roll dice is making you shut up. It's like a Pavlovian response I'm aiming for.
Are they aware? Can they speak?
Not able to speak, but they seem, at least as intelligent as dogs.
Would any of them like to die?
Now, that's probably above their capacity. Getting a bit metaphysical at that point. They understand fetch, sit, roll over, devour, kill. Basic stuff like that, but existence and stuff like that, they're still more animals than anything else.
What have you done with the spare parts?
Well, most of them have gone into the feeding.
I have to ask, why? Here's a question: where have you got the parts for all this?
Well, the originals were kind of, things I found, things I was able to hunt, but mostly they go out and bring the parts in.
So you don't know where you've been getting them then?
No. I keep telling to bring animals, but I seem to have had more success when I'm using humans.
Okay, but you do understand that we have just come, good sir, from Maldon, and a not insignificant amount of their population has been vanishing.
Well, you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs.
Well, true, the eggs here are already pre-broken. Could we consider that any future eggs probably would be frowned upon?
Of course. It will set my research back, but if I'm going to
on
be
the plus side,
but
you won't be charged with murder and summarily executed. Look on the bright side of life.
But destroying work that is perfectly viable and using material already gathered just seems to be
a
pointless.
bit of a backward.
Yeah.
So, are you begging the king for mercy?
Here's a question: you're saying you only need these guys? You need these primary for referential models, right?
That and they're used to my experience.
Yes, but if we were to say give you a long strip of very thin souls you could write upon, could you make that useful for your referential material?
It's got a bit Faustian.
I think he means sole of a shoe.
I know he does, but
it's not how it's done.
Not how my head goes. It's not where my head.
Everything
is free. Everything is shoes. Ugh.
Everything is shoes.
It's shoes all the way down.
There is a
The universe exists inside of a boot, and when God puts on his shoes, everyone dies.
That's the apocalypse.
It's Snake
That's
Fort,
fairly
not
Cthulhian.
in a snake fort. No, there's not one person with bare feet.
Well, there is one, but it's because he refuses to wear shoes.
He puts them on his head.
Gray, not to dictate or anything, but I think having this guy make a plead roll for the lives of his pets would probably be...
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Alright. Plead roll versus what?
How about our plead versus his plead?
We're not
That's
asking.
Not really how plead works.
No.
Plead is charm. Hang on.
I'm still like...
Command?
So is his end result want to be chimeras, or is he merely studying the ever-changing aspect of the fact that the wildlife is boinking at unbelievable at abnormal speeds.
He's doing the study, but he's got quite attached to them. I think is the best way of saying it.
It's his only successes he's had. So
Yeah, he doesn't want to go destroying his main successes. He's been working on this too long. All right, so bleeding badly. So don't kill them. Yeah, they're valuable resources.
But you'll have assistants instead, though. That will do essentially the same thing. And if you preserve the bodies well enough, you'll still have them around for referential material.
True, but they're like children to me, to be honest.
We all have to let our kids leave the nest sooner or later.
Yes, but most people don't get told by the king to kill their children.
You have not been around European kings much.
To be honest, you're the first king I've met.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yo.
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to take off soon.
Okay. Sorry, Hizab.
It's alright.
Free.
At least you managed to be here for most of the session.
Yeah.
Anyway, he failed that plate roll.
Yeah. You don't have to listen to him.
All right. I mean, we can just go over and it's basically just it's a hard sell for him to like go back to square one essentially.
Actually, since Gideon has some idea of what he's been doing here, I think I'm gonna have Gideon write it all down and then tell him to kill his kid. God, that sounds fucked up.
His creations, just call them creations.
There you
Which
go.
works.
That'll work.
I mean, creations, abominations.
Basically, I will have him and Gideon go into like a back room or something with a lot of parchment and have Gideon essentially write down everything he's done.
Alright, yeah, that'll take a bit of time. So it's definitely a good distraction at least. Ooh. That wasn't an attempt to roll. I just clicked there for some reason.
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, it just seems a bit twitchy.
So, we're gonna bonk these things over the head then. We're gonna apply some good euthanasia.
You were gonna get them drunk as skunks?
Euthanasia,
Not Anastasia.
yeah.
It's easier.
How do we just kill them, or do we roll to kill them?
It's the king's idea.
Well, King says so. 10.
That's 2 5s.
And 2 tens.
2 10s, yeah.
Oh, right.
He's always setting his master dice to a 10.
I mean, it's not the worst idea.
No.
Just walk up, just say, sorry, son, and just, undo the stitching. Or ripping apart, or something like that. Just everything goes black and things start dying.
Yes.
You're just gonna pull the one dangling cord.
That would be a horrible way to die. I'm just walking up and breaking its neck like a good man.
Yeah,
just like
you spend 10 minutes, finishing off the room. You do it in a way that they don't see it happening to each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and then we collect all the human bits for proper burial, and probably the animal bits for I don't know, pig slop maybe. Actually, no.
I have those.
It's probably rotten, and also there was the chemical stuff, so probably a bad idea to feed that to anything.
Yeah, we're gonna burn those
I was gonna
outside
say
the tower.
Hey, I was gonna say, did we leave the ones that didn't have any human bits alive?
Were there any?
Were there any?
Yeah, it's a few of his early ones.
Yeah, we'll let those not
stay alive.
die.
Yeah.
But the ones with human bits, yeah, those are.
All right, so he gets to keep at least a few of his creations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
Basically,
is,
this whole thing is about him using human bits, so we're not gonna just dismantle his non-human bit using one.
we're going to take Artemis and have him and use him as the this foul creature was what was harassing the town.
Yeah, we're gonna make it seem like it just got loose,
Or it was just some.
We're not gonna
amalgamation
mention to
of
the
creatures.
town the alchemist at all.
Yes, we're just going
That's a good way to ask for trouble.
Actually, no, I've got an idea. We'll tell them that the alchemist helped us find it and kill it.
All true. I think he'd rather us not mention him at all, though.
Probably good.
This is not going to completely bite us in the ass.
Now, one of you start writing up my grand exploit in killing.
Alright.
Let's see some of the works of Hercules. Throwing a little Odysseus in there. Perfect.
Yes,
I mean,
it's immensely
Then he hit
derivative.
it in the head again.
Yes.
Let
It's
me go
immensely
and- let me-
derivative.
Give me a second,
Unfortunately,
let me-
it's in French.
Let me write something a bit more expiring. Let's see, what can he shout from the left?
Expiring?
Yeah, one of you guys who knows how to, write things for the common folk, pretty this up a bit.
A pair of I take his stuff and use a pair of eights to pretty it up with making some soaring rhetoric and all that such.
Someone with lie.
Or
Oh, I
inspire.
have lie.
I used inspire.
Inspire works.
I have 5 dice in lie.
I should have used Inspire.
I'm gonna hand it like,
Oh, well.
okay, sir, this is what we have from baseline. You want to spice it up with your own work?
7s.
And 3s. Clearly, we have the best speech to
It was an
give.
excellent fight. You
Yes.
should have been there.
I'm actually gonna take out my sword and slash myself a couple of times.
Why?
Here, use this knife. It's less
Sir, if
noble.
you wish for cosmetic battle nicks, I can go up. I can give you a
Just
fair
run
amount.
through that thorn bush with your armor off.
Just a slight look, a nick here. Let me just, sir, this is gonna hurt a bit. I'm gonna blacken your eye a little bit. There, think.
It's not every day you get to punch a king.
Okay, I can punch you back, right?
He is king.
No, I'm just using this. I'm just using this boot sole. I'm just using this this boot polish.
Right.
Just very effective boot polish.
Okay, I gotta go. See y'all later.
All right,
Yeah, take care.
let's go con some country folk.
We're keeping the tower.
Like one part, we're gonna move it block by block, or what?
No, we're keeping the tower here. It'll be a great. We can have a basis for a fort.
It's a pretty good watchtower, yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to do something about the smell, but
Some other recruits can handle that.
yeah, we're not gonna be the ones working in it.
So you take him back to the town and put some poor ass recruits in the middle of the world's smelliest watchtower.
I mean,
where
yes.
the question is, where are they watching? Is the most I want to know.
The borders of the
Whatever's
north.
around.
Do we have carrier messenger pigeons? Is that a thing yet?
We
No.
haven't figured out means of look. We have people who we have the best amount of message transference. A boy who runs a lot.
Well, stick one of those up there. Right now it's a watchtower. Soon it'll be a mighty fortress.
All right, we got to go con. We got to go calm Meldon.
Con,
Yeah.
we've solved their problem.
Solved a problem.
Recruit.
subjugate.
There is at least that one drunk that I did, in fact.
Anyway, we're bringing Artemis to show off.
We're bringing Artemis's head to show off.
I'm carrying the entire thing.
Lost audio for a second.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me roll my body.
Yeah, this is probably going to go well.
Body and I'm gonna roll vigor. Body vigor.
Wouldn't that be athletics?
Vigor is basic athletics. So yeah, 3 2s and 2 1s.
I lose audio for 6 seconds.
God damn it! Really?
Yep.
Vigor is for shaking off poison and stuff.
It's just freaking 3 body, or maybe I should. Okay, I'll just do 3 body.
At the very least, you don't collapse under it from exhaustion.
No.
He does. He just tried pulling it. It's a grizzly bear. Or whatever the European version is. It's,
Brown bear.
Brown bear. It's like, you think you can lift it, you can't. You try pushing it, you can't. You basically just spend like 5 minutes scrabbling on the floor with your back to it just to try and make it move slightly.
Don't we have an army for this?
No, not with that. No, we did not bring the army for this.
Did we bring any of those messengers?
No.
We should make sure to bring some messengers.
Oh well, let's go and deal with the town.
Are you trying to tell me that I shouldn't make him suffer?
Isn't that like the cardio rule, always make him suffer?
I gotta put some points at athletics.
What's he actually lift? He skipped late arm day apparently.
I mean, either I'm the most wiry, just crazy-eyed motherfucker that ever existed.
Well, you are king.
Or you're not playing.
No,
yourself.
he's king.
All right, you're at us.
So, yeah.
My mistake.
You load up by what do you call it? Taking the head then instead.
Let's stick in the head then.
I'll watch him struggle for a bit and then roll it off of him and cut the head off.
Alright, I need to go and do... Alright. How does one buy? Alright, go ahead.
New skill, 1 XP.
New skills 1 XP? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, and improving it?
1 per new rank. It's +1 per rank.
So if you want to get...
Basically...
2 is 2, 3 is 3.
The cost of the rank you're getting is the same as the rank. So, level 1 costs 1 XP, 2 costs 2, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can't just skip ranks. So, getting from 1 to 2, from 0 to 2 in one go is 3 XP. And so,
Well, yeah, that would be stupid.
I can just buy 3. Okay, I can just buy 3 dice in athletics then. Bringing me down to 2 experience points. Okay. I will be strong. I am. This is giving me character motivation to go and lift weights for the next 2 years. Next time you see me, I will be as swole as the hooded prince character from Assaulted.
No one's that swole. No one is that swole. He stole the top 50 feet off the Jade Tower. Nobody's that swole.
I did I not?
No, you didn't. But that's a
a
rumor.
goddess. That's pretty. Then again, they're not.
Goddesses are self-transportory.
Well, I did.
He stole the entire altar that she was attached to, didn't he?
No, I stole we had a big bag of jade I had from the bottom of the tower, from the mines at the bottom of the tower, took it to the top of the tower, and we used that as cover for when the goddess tried to kill us.
Yep.
That was fun. Anyway.
Right, so you're taking the head.
Yes.
Yep.
Big mutilated bear man head.
Yep, you arrive back in town.
And immediately go to the pub and start spinning our tails.
Yeah. Do you start with the head, or do you leave the head until like the climax of the story?
there was a big bunch of werebeasts, man-beast hybrids.
Yeah, I think it would work if we didn't actually pull the head out until the big reveal.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so let's have a charm fascinate, I think.
Yay! That skill I
Because
have.
this just definitely seems like you're
I
trying
don't
to
do that.
captivate the room.
Can I roll empathy for support? Too late.
No, 2.
Paraforce.
Pair fours. People
So
aren't
it's
actually...
a bit plotty, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm not the greatest storyteller in the world, but I do get a pretty good kick out. Or sorry, they get a pretty good kick out of it. Hello?
Yep.
Hey, are you?
Yep, we read you.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it sounded like I'd gone.
No, it's fine. So, yeah. And people will kind of like react to the bear. But, you know, you don't get the overwhelming support. It's not like the town suddenly throws down, you know, and throws up your banner.
But I have at least gotten myself a name.
Yes, yeah, people recognise that you exist. That's your point. You never actually copied the banner across. That was silly of me, wasn't it?
You know, our banner really should just be a snake with a snake in a boot.
Hiss.
There's a snake in the boot.
That can be your arms.
I don't cobble, unfortunately.
Yeah, you should save that one for one of us cobblers.
Yeah, I don't mind knocking up heraldry for everyone.
A snake. Oh wait, snake boot thing would be like "Don't tread on me," wouldn't it be? Or that's just a snake one. Here's your heraldry.
Gaze upon the arms of Rogelio.
You say it in that same tone of voice.
That's when you roll 2 4s. So,
No, that's when I say gaze upon the head of the beast that has terrorized you. So.
Give me a second. When we show off the what you call it, the regalia, I will shout and inspire for gaze upon the arms of whatever the regalia, whatever he said. So give me 1 second. 5 dice for
Gaze
inspire.
upon the arms of the Pendragon.
I also can throw that.
Will that be Pendragon or Pen Serpent?
We'll throw some wings on it later. We get the wings when we conquer Wales. It's from the Griffin.
2 9s.
2 10s.
And a pair of 6s. We inspire the heck out of out of somebody in that crowd.
yeah.
The hecklers have nothing to say about this. The hecklers are drowned out. You know,
Yeah.
if you do just put like 2 little wings in the... You know, if we put little wings in this dark space right here and here...
Wales first.
Wales first.
So we have to go conquer Wales to unlock our wings?
Yes, that's how it works. You've seen the flag of England, and you've seen the flag of the United Kingdom.
That would be actually be a cool system. You start off with a blank, you know, a blank shield of a certain colour, and everything you conquer, you get to add a certain thing to it.
First, we
yeah,
have the
we
snake.
started off with just Azure because we were on the boat, and
Yep.
then we took Snake Fort, and then we got
Got a
Sword.
snake.
Yeah.
Got a sword.
Do we have
Got
to find
divine right to rule. That's the glowy bits.
So now if we just go and conquer, you know, we conquer... Was it Corn... Which one? Where is Wales?
Wales is WrestleMania.
Okay, so wait, how would WrestleMania have...
Wait, isn't Wales more like around Cardigan down to?
It's everything from like.
Oh, so it's like
Wait.
everything
Okay.
east of the Cambrian Mountains.
Wales.
I have a problem with this idea because we're going to have a stock of an ear of corn on this banner for Cornwall. If and when we conquer that.
We could put it as a border along the top edge.
Border
Yeah, that
of
would work.
corn. Okay.
I'll start workshopping this after the session.
Heraldry chat.
Just get the entire heraldry marked up and just make it its layers that you enable as goes along in the game. All right. So anyway, we still have to conquer Malden.
Recruit.
Yep. Recruit. They're not fully on. You've got a bunch of people following, but beyond that, the mayor's not on side, and
How would we convince? What is the mayor? What would it take to convince the mayor to join?
Well, I have graces and a sword. It worked with the alchemist.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring out the sword and grace him up.
Ooh.
You just graced yourself instead.
Well, no. I didn't roll more than 1-1.
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Apparently, neither of us are very good at this whole being official thing.
He hasn't kicked you out because you are a king, but he's also damn set on having sovereignty.
Yeah, he wants nothing to do with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's sit down. Well, I mean, he's still going to be ruling as a mayor. He's just going to have, we're going to have him in this position as mayor. But, he's just going to do,
Battle time.
Ada, step forward. We need the royal counselor.
You get to remain the mayor of this place, but you will pay taxes to us, and you will fight in our war.
And receive protections and such.
Well, yes, it's implied. Hey, technically I won.
Yeah, you can go faster.
Definitely mention how the river is going to make Malden into a major trade port once we've civilized the areas of Essex and Hertford.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Where is Essex?
North of Malden. It's the county. There's a pair of eights. Essex is just across the river. Hertford is the source of the river.
I thought this entire thing was Essex.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We civilized the county of Essex.
Okay.
So there's not wandering monsters in the woods anymore, but instead burgeoning logging
There's
industry.
clearly not any wandering monsters in the woods anymore.
Well, not the near
yeah.
woods. I mean the rest of them. Across the river where it's dangerous and you don't go there.
Wait, we're gonna have to find another. We're gonna find another Frankenstein, Victor of Frank.
No, we have an army for that.
Yeah, we have an army.
Victor and Frank.
Victor von Frank.
Victor the Frank.
Yeah, Victor the Frank. So yes, he'll kind of go with that. End of the day, he gets his personal power, and
He just has to pay a few more gold to someone else every year, and he might get drafted.
And there's not nearly as much. But he has like the protections of a king and all that kind of such.
Yeah, we can fight his battles for him if needs be.
yeah.
The whole
And he knows. He also knows, of course, that you've been raising an army. He's 3 miles away. How could he not know that you're raising an army? Probably more
Or
like
at the very
5
least,
to 10.
We
training.
do have like might 3 because we have fanatics. Well sold fanatics. Also,
It's
we're
like
gonna
that
throw as a cherry on top. We're gonna give him a new set of shoes.
That's
Quick.
10 miles.
Adrian, mark him up some shoes.
No, just use that one with the 10s or whatever from when we were trying to get into the...
Yeah.
Because we never actually sold those to the alchemist.
No, he's just more interested in
that's
the
true.
stitching.
Oh, here's another one.
Actually, looking at it, you might be more like 10 miles away. But still.
Point is, it's within a day's journey.
Yeah, it's a day's journey.
It's less than it's about 5 or so.
The mayor is not going to be able to whip people up into a militia to resist.
No, not quickly enough. I mean, they would have probably been doing some training, but
7.
I mean, this
doing this
fort
wrong.
this place doesn't even have a palisade or anything else like that.
No, probably not. They weren't that common in medieval villages.
Oh, 12. My bad. Angles are weird.
Yeah.
12, you said? What?
12.
12 miles.
Oh, 12 miles.
Just put a circle on Malden until it hits Snake Fort and then throw it on the scale.
Yeah.
This isn't you're calculated by the radius.
Exactly.
Okay. So we now can expand our little like agglomerate our thing into Malden, and now we need to just go and yell at Chest Fork until it joins us too.
What?
Just Chelmsford?
Chelmsford.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't read.
Chelmsford?
1 second. Yeah, Chelmsford.
Chelmsford.
Yeah, we don't say the Ford as a Ford.
Right,
It's
Ford.
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 Yeah.
But why would it be F-E-R-D then?
Because it's Old English.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I just
don't
noticed the
think
name
I've
of this river.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone who actually pronounces F-O-R-D as Ford in the name.
Yeah.
Unless Ford is the entire name.
Go up to a man named Ford and call him Ferd.
It's like Hampshire. Isn't Hampshire? It's Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Hampshire?
Yeah. And Worcester. Worcester's the one that always gets you guys.
Always.
Worcester.
That's how you can tell an American.
Yeah. Worcester.
Pronounce this word.
There was actually a really
No.
good advert for Worcester sauce, which is basically just Americans trying to pronounce it. And that's the whole advert.
That's all you need.
Anyway. So great.
And then there's like Stooky.
Not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Stogie?
Right.
I'll be honest, I only know most of these because of Ashens.
How would you pronounce that one in chat in there?
How do you spell it?
Put it in game chat.
Truckster?
I wouldn't.
Untruxitia?
Utoxeter.
Utoxita?
Yeah.
That's
And it actually came up because of. I'll talk to
That
you
is
about this
one of the
in
ways
just
I
a
would
second.
probably pronounce it. One of. There's only
Alright.
7.
37, yeah.
Anyway, for y'all watching, Stooky's.
Spanish, you say? Stiffkey?
No, Stooky.
Sticky keys. Gotcha.
Alright, so I've updated the map. You should have a new one.
Assuming it hasn't broken again.
Twink.
Loading. No, he's I see. You're
Oh.
dating the maps so that they automatically generate a new file.
Yes.
The only way to do it. Cool.
So,
I'm guessing
yeah,
our territory went up to 2.
What happens when you run out of letters?
He adds another
the,
A.
The year will change. If we get through 26 different versions of the map in a year, something has gone horribly wrong.
Or horribly right. For us.
I mean, it's not like it's not like we're the only people who's probably going to be gobbling a little bits of territory.
It's like we just go through 15 different iterations in a 15-minute span. It's
So,
like,
question, Gray. At what point, how many towns we need to gobble to get territory to?
You're probably gonna have to take like Chelmsford. Yeah.
Chelmsford?
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on that next session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suppose a step down is probably best to call it here. Do you think, or do you want to carry on for a bit?
I'm good with calling it here.
Yeah, we'll call it here. This won't be a jump because I think Territory 2 is a good place to have a jump. So we'll just carry on as this for the next session. Alright, so yeah, see everyone next time.
Mm-hmm.
Which hopefully won't be 6 weeks or whatever it is in between episodes so far.
No promises.
No promises.
We'll find out.
Alright, bye.